Good, good. You
Okay, so today what we are going to do is, it is actually an extension of the Portly theorem, where we are going to learn how to exactly find out the hits. Okay, so here we are going to be using only the Rashi chart and some ancillary, what is it called, information which you can get in any software. So you are not dependent on that red and green software. Okay. Now the purpose is the intent is not to use that red and green software, because the red and green, the chart which you see, it gives you instant this thing. You don't have to do any calculation. But you don't have that cannot be indispensable, in the sense, if that is not there, then you can't do anything. असं नाही व्हायला पाहिजे. Do you understand? So basically, I'll teach you how to count the degrees. That is the most important thing. How to count the degrees, and then how to do the analysis. So basically, in Portly theorem, if you realize, we did a complete analysis, right, from selection, data, those 10 steps. Here you realize that in just a couple of steps you will get the answer. Okay, that doesn't mean that the Portly theorem, that entire detail which we did, is not required, because in case you get stuck over here or you don't get the answer over here, then your Portly theorem is the only thing which will save you from that. Okay, so now, can you see my mouse move? Sujata, just do this. Okay. Now what I'm going to show you is, let us presume that there is a planet here. Let us say it is Jupiter, and there is a planet in this house which is Mercury. Okay. It doesn't matter. That's why I've not even numbered the houses or put any Rashi. It is anything. Now, when we see this planet and we see this planet, what do we say? That this planet in an anti-clockwise direction is giving a 30, 60, 90-degree hit. Correct? So when we see a planet like this and we feel that these two are hitting each other, so we say that this guy is hitting a 90-degree hit to this one. But when we see it in the red green chart, let us say, there is no hit over there. It is showing something different only. Okay. So how do we read that is the main question. Okay. So for a minute now, I will hide this and I'll put this on. Now what I've done over here is I've actually put a scale over there, which is in a way hypothetical, but it will make you understand better. If you remember, each house is worth how many degrees? 30 degrees. So let us say, for discussion's sake, your cusp or your house starts at 0 degrees. It will travel through and it becomes 30 degrees here. Then it goes to the next one, travel 30 degrees, then travels 30 degrees, then travels 30 degrees. So basically what we are trying to say is, each house, that planet will be traveling through 30 degrees, let us say. Okay. Now we are talking of the natal planet. Okay. So basically the natal planet, these are the natal planets. Okay. I'm not even touching the Gochar here. I'm just talking about the natal planet. Only based on the natal planets also you'll be able to predict now. So basically these are the natal planets which are seated here in your Rashi chart. Now, without knowing the degree of this one and degree of this one, you do not know where on this scale this Jupiter is seated. Can you understand? I'm trying to make it very graphical over here. That this, if Jupiter is seated in this house or this Rashi, whatever you want to call it, it can be anywhere between this scale, if you see it graphically, and this Mercury can be anywhere between this scale. Okay. Now, if I just hide these planets for a minute, let us say a planet is seated here exactly in the middle at 15 degrees. If it has to give a 90-degree hit, exact 90-degree hit, how much will it have to travel? 30, 60, 90. So the other planet needs to be exactly over here at this point, 15 degrees in this house, so that this guy will hit a 90-degree hit to this one. Have you understood so far? Okay. Now that is not possible. Of course, they come at a degree, but exactly all the planets being at the same degree will never happen. In your chart, maybe you have 2 planets or 3 planets at the same degree, and they might not be 90-degree apart also. So anyways, so basically now if I switch this fellow on, okay, unless I know at what degree on this scale this guy is seated and on this where this one is seated, I'll not be able to do any judgment. So now, like I told you, suppose this one is at 15 degrees and this Mercury is also at 15 degrees, then you can say that Jupiter is giving an exact 90-degree hit to Mercury. Now I'm switching on the degree. Now I have said that Jupiter is at 15 degrees in this house. That means it has traveled 15 degrees in the Rashi. Okay. And this one has traveled 20 degrees in this Rashi. So if you see the difference or the hit from this, it is 30, 60, 90 plus 10 more. So the difference between this and this now becomes 100 degrees. Are you understanding? I'll repeat again. This guy is at 15 degrees. Earlier on, when I had hidden the planets, I had said from 15 degrees, if I have to give a 90 degree here, I'll have to travel 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. So the other planet will have to be exactly at the 15 degree mark, where this one will give a 90 degree hit. But my planet has traveled ahead to 20 degrees. So what is the difference between this? From here 30, 60, 90, and another 10 degrees more. So basically from here, it has traveled from 15 degrees to 30 degrees. It has traveled 5 degrees more. Correct? Am I right? This is 15 mark and this is 30 mark. If it has traveled to 20, that is, it has traveled 5 degrees more. So it is, I'm sorry, my calculation mistake, it is 95 degrees. Barabar? This is 15. Are you understanding?
Correct.
From here to here is 30. From here to here is 30. From here to here is 30. From here to here is 15 because it is half of it. And
So I think it's 85 degrees, sir.
85? No. From here, see, it is here at 15 degrees. So from here to here, it is 30 degrees. From here to here, it is 60 degrees. From here to here, it is 90 degrees. And from here to here, it is only 5 degrees more, no?
Yeah, 5 or 7.5 degree.
Okay.
So basically, it becomes 95 degrees.
Correct.
Yeah, Shankar, you understood?
Yeah, I got.
So basically, this planet is not hitting this one at 90 degrees, but it is hitting it at 95 degrees.
95 degree.
Correct? You understood? So now whether it is hitting or not, that is a different question. But basically, it is not at 90 degrees because when we didn't have this on and we didn't have this on, we presume that these two are hitting each other at 90 degrees. Correct? Now, just for discussion sake, suppose instead of 20 degrees, this guy was at 28 degrees. How much would it have given? 90 degrees over here and 13 degrees more. So 103 degrees. Are you all understanding what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. If anyone has not understood, come on the screen and ask me. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is very volumetrically, if one house may say it has to travel 30 degrees. Okay. We have to understand in this scale where the planet is seated. For example, let us say this is let us say the house. Okay. This is 0 degrees. This is 30 degrees. Somewhere in the middle is my 15 degrees. If I don't consider a scale over here and I say that the planet is seated in this house, you don't know where it is seated on the scale, right? It could be right at the beginning, it could be right at the end, or it could be somewhere in between. So if it is, let us say, right in the middle, then it has traveled 15 degrees and it is seated here. And it needs another 15 degrees before it will go to the next planet, in simple words. But since you are in the natal chart, it is going to be seated there only. It's not going to move. It is not gochar. I'm repeating. Are we all clear on this? This is the most important thing. If you understand this, then you will understand the heat theory very easily. I'll go back to the screen now. So basically, what I have put a scale over here is, this is like showing that these are the 30 degrees of this house. These are the 30 degrees of this house. 0 to 30, 0 to 30. Now, this scale obviously never comes like this. This scale doesn't come. You will get a planet, you will get the planet in the sense the name will be written there and the degree is written there. Now, many times, like for example, in KP Star 1, the degree is not written there. In Jagannath Hora, the degree is written there, or some other software, the degree is written there. If the degree is not written there, it is normally given like this. Oh, I've removed it just now. Anyway, I'm going to show you another way also. But normally, if you see in my case study charts, top left, if you see, in the case study charts, you can normally give you. The top left is always showing the degrees over there. Okay. So if you have understood this, let us look at this chart below now. Now, if you remember what I told you, there are different aspects or degree hits in the Western astrology. Some of them we consider, some of them we don't consider. So basically, if you just enlist all of them, you have a 30-degree hit, which is a positive hit, a 45-degree hit, which is considered a negative hit, a 60-degree hit, which we consider positive, a 90-degree hit, which we consider negative, a 120-degree hit, which is very positive and which we use as a remedy, a 150-degree hit, which we consider as a mild hit, and a 180-degree, which we consider as a worst hit. So if you remember in what we did in the Portly theorem, 60 and 120 we consider as good and very good. 90 and 180 we consider as bad and very bad. Correct? These are the names of the things which are there in that red green chart or anything else, but you don't need to break your head so much over it. This is what is important now. Okay. So what the thing is, let us say this guy is hitting this one, let us say for discussion's sake at 90 degrees. Okay. Then you can say pinpoint it is hitting a 90-degree hit. If it is not hitting at 90 degrees, but it is hitting at 92 degrees or 93 degrees or 98 degrees, are you trying to say that it has missed? It can't miss. No, it has to have some sort of a range within which it can sort of, get the result. So basically, what is the range? Just 1 minute. It's other than this. So basically, what we are trying to say is, it has to have a range, right? So when you hit the target, it might not hit the bullseye, but it needs to have some sort of a range. Now, what is this range? That is a range that is given here. The first column or whatever is given is a generalized range, and this is what needs to be considered. Okay, what I'll tell you is, for a smaller hit, the range is smaller. For a bigger hit, the range is bigger. What I mean by, for 60 degrees, roughly a plus minus 3 to 4 degrees is considered. So 60 degrees can be considered from, let us say, a maximum of 56 to 64 degrees. Okay, forget this right column just now, just see this middle one. When it's a 90-degree hit, it's a plus minus 10 degree. So you can understand, so minus 85 to almost 80 to plus 95 to almost 100. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Similarly, for the 120-degree hit, this is the range, plus or minus so many degrees. But like I've written over here, and if you read different books, you'll realize that different people consider different ranges. But they are more or less within this range. Nobody takes 25 degrees and 30 degrees. It will be within this range. Now, this, what you say, range 3, 5, 5, 8, what I've written over here, it depends on your personal and situational experience. In the sense, as you do more and more charts, you'll realize that a 3-degree hit, let us say over here, 3-degree range plus minus, does the job. Okay, if it is not doing, for example, you realize in some time that, let us say, a planet is hitting a planet and causing a knee pain, and Saturn, which is the karak of knees, karak of bones, is on, and let's say Mars, which inflicts pain, is also on. So then, even if it is little more than, let us say, 8 degrees, it is 9 degrees also, or it is 10 degrees also, you can consider it. Let me come in. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say about the range? It is like a bullseye. Bullseye has got those concentric circles. If you hit point blank in the middle, you'll get 100 points. Then you'll get 80 points, then 70 points, then 60 points, 50 points. So basically, it is like that, a potency. So if it hits plumb on 90 degrees, obviously it's going to be very high. But the range that it has got is between that 5 to 10 degrees. Okay. Now that 3, 5, and 8, what I've given is based on my experience. Okay. And the cases that I have solved. But if you feel that 1 degree here or there is actually sort of authenticating the hit, यानी वो hit बराबर है ऐसा दिखा रहा है, you can take that. For example, which you'll understand, next step when we do, you will understand that the karak, if the karakas are hitting each other properly, the karaka of inflicting pain is hitting the karaka of knees, and the knee pain is there. That means this hit is authenticated ना, उसका है inflicting pain वाला Mars तो on है, नीस का जो तकलीफ दे रहा है सैटर्न वो ऑन है, मुझे ये ऑन है, पर ये दोनों का कैलकुलेशन करो तो वो 180 नहीं आ रहा है, वो 188 आ रहा है या 189 आ रहा है, तो यू विल से दैट इट इज विद इन दैट रेंज. बट सपोज इट कम्स 190 में एकदम एक्सट्रीम एंड, you can still authenticate it. You understand what I mean? So that is a different way of looking at it. But first you stick within this range. Ekdam suddenly don't keep on opening out the range. Keep within this range, and you will most probably get all the answers there itself. Okay. This is a wonderful technique, and I'll just share and you'll understand. We'll solve one case also like this. So basically, if we look at this table, you will realize that 180 degrees, you can actually go up to 10 degrees, but I keep it at 8 degrees because I like to play it safe first. First play it safe. Then in case it doesn't work, then you can keep expanding if the authentication is there. 120 degrees and 90 degrees, I keep within 5 degree plus minus. And the 60 degree, I keep within 3 degrees. Are you understanding? This chart is there with you. You don't need to write. I've sent it on the book. Are we clear on this? Can I go to the next thing? Any problems? I'll just shut for a minute over here. Anyone has any problem at this point? Ask, because if you don't understand this, इसके आगे जाने में मतलब नहीं. If you are not coming on the screen, at least put a thumbs up logo there. Those who are on the screen can just put a thumbs up, so I'll understand it. I'm getting through. Okay. 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 So I'll go to the next thing now. So here I'm switching all these on so you can see the thing. Okay. Now next is a case. So now let us solve this case. This case actually I solved today. It came early in the morning and I was actually getting into my lecture. I had 15 minutes that before the people all settled in, and this entire thing was solved in that 15 minutes. Now I will tell you how. Okay. No calculation required. It's a direct thing. Now the thing is, this person met with an accident approximately 15 days ago. That was what I was told. Okay. So I presumed that around 15th of October, this person must have got hit. And it was not an accident as such. It was like, suppose, you've fallen down or something like that. And the knee pain is still there. So what should be the remedy to sort of ease the pain? So now if you see here, this is the basic data that actually you need to understand in your mind itself if you're going to do calculation on the go. But anyways, we can write it down also. So accident, if you remember, I told you 8th house is the house of obstacles, operations, accidents, sudden happenings, plus or minus, if you remember. So this is basically the 8th house. So your first focus should go on the 8th house. You understand? First focus should go on the 8th house. Second thing is, what is the karak of accidents? Mars. If you remember, Mars is the inflicting, pain inflicting, is the soldier, is the person who fights, hits, hurts. So Mars, you have to identify Mars. We have not done any analysis. We are just doing data collection over here. This is the background study that we are doing. So we can understand Mars. If I just look at the chart simultaneously, I realize that Mars is seated in the 8th house over here in Gochar also. So I am telling you just now, don't even look at Gochar, but still, since it is there, I just made a note of that. Okay. Now falls, to fall down, is signified by Saturn and 8th house. Again, same thing. Okay. Now, if you see Saturn, where is it seated? 8th house. Okay. So just now what we are trying to do is we are trying to actually identify all the links, collect all the links or collect all the dots, and then we will connect the dots. So basically Saturn is seated in the 8th house itself. Saturn in Gochar is seated in the 6th house. Okay. Now forget this calculation. You don't even need to do this. I'm not even going to Gochar. I'm just looking at it. Actually speaking, forget the Gochar just now. Don't even look at the green part. You'll see it later. So basically we are saying Saturn is seated in the 8th house. Okay. Now Rahu is also the Karak of sudden events and spoiling of events, is the Mahadasha Lord. If you see here, if you can see it over here, it is the Mahadasha Lord. This is Rahu. The point at which this person had an accident was Rahu, Saturn, Saturn, Saturn Dasha. Okay. Now, when you see this itself, it starts to ring a bell. All Saturn seated in the 8th house of accidents. समझ में आया? You have got one link over there directly. Saturn, Saturn, Saturn में there is no way out. You know, वो Saturn ही है. तो Saturn मुझे क्या करने वाला है? Saturn is going to give you a fall. Saturn is going to slow down things. Saturn is a big bulky thing which slow down things. So basically, Saturn has been identified in this. Okay. Now we have to basically, okay, now pay attention over here. Now here there is a slight difference in how we look at things. Over here, let me switch this one off. This is a protocol. Okay. This is a protocol which you will need to follow. What is a protocol? First, check the bad aspects planet to planet and planet to house. Then check the natural significators of the planet. And then check them in the Dasha, Gochar, and Kaspal Sublord and what's it? Nakshatra Lord. I don't forget. So I'll tell you what that means. So basically, check the bad aspects planet to planet and planet to house. Just now I told you how we can check that thing without the green blue chart, right? So basically, for that, this chart which is there, which is a South Indian chart, gives you the degrees. Otherwise, in any software, you will get the natal degree of the chart. For example, if you see the first Rashi, Rahu seated, that is here. What is the degree of Rahu? 18 degrees. Okay, there's nothing here. In the fourth Rashi, Jupiter is seated at 5 degrees. Jupiter is seated in the fourth Rashi at 5 degrees. I have purposely written this down here. Okay, Moon is at 2 degrees. I have not written here because it didn't make any, was not required. Mars in the 7th Rashi is seated at 1 degree. Mars is in the 7th Rashi at 1 degree. Okay, remember this one. Remember this one. Then we come here to the 10th Rashi. 10th Rashi, Mercury is at 20 and Sun is at 15. 10th Rashi is the 10th Rashi. I have not written here because it was not needed. Okay. Venus is in the 11th Rashi at 2 degrees. Again, I must not have written it over there because it is not of any consequence. And Saturn in the 12th Rashi is at 2 degrees. Saturn at the 12th Rashi is 2 degrees. Now, calculate this to this. Here normally is Mars to Saturn, what we would have said 30, 60, 90, 120, 150 mile hit. Correct. But now suppose this was some other figure and this was some other figure, you would not have got plumb 90. Here you have got almost plumb 90. Can you understand how I got that? Mars in the 12th Rashi, sorry, Mars in the 7th Rashi at 1 degree. Saturn in the 12th Rashi at 2 degrees. So basically here, since Mars is at 1 degree, it is at almost the starting of the thing. This is also at the starting of the thing. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. You understand? So here you are 2 degrees inside, here you are 2 degrees inside. I well understood this because this is very important. This is a direct hit. What did I do over here? I first found out, actually it is simultaneously, so I cannot say this is first or that is first, but simultaneously you have to find out the Karaka, the house. Okay, that person has met with an accident, so 8th house fat karke comes in your mind. He has fallen down and hit the knees. So Saturn comes into picture. Falling is also Saturn. Hitting the knees is also Saturn. If you remember, Saturn rules over 10th and 11th house. 10th is your knees. So Saturn I have caught on one party, which is the victim. Okay. So Karak mil gaya, ye mil gaya. Then I saw in the Rashi chart, which is the pain inflicting thing, or even from Saturn, if you go backwards, 30, 60, 90, is there any planet hitting it? No. 120, 150, is there a planet hitting it? 180, is there a planet hitting it? So somewhere you will get a planet. It will happen only. It will happen. So here if you see, it immediately came as Mars. Mars is a pain-inflicting planet. And when I saw the degree, 2 degree here and 1 degree here, there is no doubt it is hitting plumb bullseye. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. Well understood? Case is solved. Simple thing. Now you move that Mars to a 120-degree heat. So I have done that. I'll show you that. So basically here it was hitting 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. So that's why that persistent pain was there. But it was not like hurting pain, but it was a persistent pain. Now if you move this guy here, it will give a 30, 60, 90, 120. Case solved.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, actually 150 is not a bad hit, no?
It's a mild bad.
Even though it creates a problem.
No. It is a mild bad hit. Even if you see in the software also, it will be given a pink color.
Okay.
See, basically now 45 degrees is a bad hit.
Okay.
Bigger than that, 90 degrees. So 90 degrees one, what you say, data that should be considered. Okay. 150 is actually milder hit. It is equivalent to 45, you can say roughly. Don't take it that way, but the major hits to consider are 90 and 120. But even what is it called, 150 degree hit gives a persistent pain. So basically, see, that is how you have to weigh it. Little experience, you'll understand that. If it is a very bad pain, very bad, like almost like an accident sort of a thing, broken bone or something like that, it will surely be a 180 degree. Or it could also be a 90 degree, but most probably it will be a 180. So your eyes will start moving in that position only. Like for example, when you said accident, your eyes directly go to the 8th house. It doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4 looking here or the kidhar hai, kidhar hai, kidhar hai. You are not doing that. You have to now learn to understand which house signifies what, which planet signifies what, connect them, finish it off. It needs little experience, but this is what. So basically, when accident was said, the eyes went to the 8th house. In the 8th house, simultaneously, I saw Saturn over there. Actually, this all these arrows and all I did just now before the class so that you can understand. But this was given to me by actually one of my friends only, who is actually a big astrologer. I don't know whether he was testing me or he didn't have time or he didn't understand. I don't know. Because I was getting into a lecture today at 8 o'clock. And 7:45, I just opened this thing. I saw this chart and I gave the thing. And just now he called up to say that that guy is getting a lot of relief already. The last 15 days he was not happy. But anyway, so I'll tell you how I went about it. First, eyes went to the 8th house, accident. In the accident itself, I realized that there is a Saturn seated over there. Saturn, I know that it is a thing for falls. It is also for knees. It is also for bones. Okay. Then I started looking backwards. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, wherever. There I realized exactly at 150 degrees, Mars was seated. Mars is a pain-inflicting planet, I told you. Mars is a soldier. So it made things very clear. So basically, in 2 to 3 minutes, this was solved. The only time which it took was the degrees are not marked in this software. So I have to keep looking somewhere else for the degree, come back over here. Look somewhere else, come back over here. If you see the chart which I normally make, which I've shared with you all of different people, the entire composition which I made, on top left, I already post the degrees. Okay. Now I feel sometimes that we should just write it over there next to the planet. That will also make sense. It will just take 2-3 minutes more, but all calculations will fall into place. So here, if you see, I didn't even consider Gochar. I didn't consider Gochar. It was only on the Rashi chart, and based on the fact that these planets are active in the Dasha. Saturn, if you saw Saturn, there is no way out that anything else will come in. Now, further to that, if you just do some more in-depth calculation, you realize over here that, can we zoom it in over here? This unfortunately cannot zoom in. Okay, now can you see here? 8th house, Kaspal sublord is Jupiter. Jupiter ka nakshatra lord is Saturn. First house, ascendant, Kaspal sublord is Mars. This person has got accident. So Jupiter's result is shown by Saturn. Where that person got hit on the knees. That person is in lot of pain. The pain is caused by the Mars. What is it called? Dasha, Saturn, Saturn, Saturn. Can you see that? So basically, it is all giving a clear-cut hint as to where to. Achha, now this is one very important thing which I want to tell you, that whenever an event happens in anyone's life, that house gets activated. So it is like saying reverse, you know, the dasha and all you can cross check again. But if any event happens, that house and all the connections suddenly get active. So this person met with an accident, so the 12th house got active. And if you see in a reverse manner, this Saturn ka dasha is also on. So you could have predicted it. Ki Saturn ka dasha is on, Saturn is in that 8th house, so this person might meet with an accident. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? You can look at it from this way, or you can look at it from this way, or you can look at it from both ways if you want. If suppose that if you want to get into predictive things, okay, which I don't enjoy doing, but basically if you want to get into predictive things, you will say that Saturn ka dasha, Saturn is seated in the 8th house. 8th house ka Rashi Lord, which is Jupiter, is seated in the 12th house. So this guy is going to meet with an accident. That is one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is when somebody says that this guy has met with an accident, what comes first to your mind? 8th house. Because 8th house is equal to accident. Same time, what comes to your mind? Saturn. Because Saturn is the karaka of fall. Saturn is the karaka of bones. Saturn is the karaka of knees. Then what comes to your mind? Who has inflicted pain on his knees? Mars. Then when you calculate back, you come to this conclusion. That is all that there is to it. Have you understood? So no gocha required, no calculation required, no analysis required. Finish. So only thing that you need to understand over here is calculate the degree. If that degree wasn't 90 degrees or plus minus those 5 degrees, like if that Mars to Saturn was less than 85 degrees or more than 95 degrees, so 5 degrees plus minus here or there, then that would have been a wrong calculation. Have you understood, or it has gone bounce up? Nobody is reacting on this. Because this is what I have to say.
Manish, please explain that again. That just now, which you did know, the ascendant and which we used to calculate earlier.
See, basically, they say.
No, just show that picture and show again, please.
This one, no?
Yeah.
So basically.
So for this cusp and this, how did you do that? That's what I want to know.
Where are you? I can't see. Okay. No, this one you're saying, no? This.
Yeah, yes.
One. See, basically, accidents is which house? 8th house.
8th house.
8th house का cuspal sublord कौन है? Jupiter.
Guru.
Jupiter. If you remember the 3-tier thing, the planet result is given by the soul. Jupiter, when you look here, who is the nakshatra lord of Jupiter? Saturn.
Shani, yeah, got it.
Plus Saturn is active here also.
Yes.
Now this person's 8th accident over and this guy's 8th house has got active, just now what I told you. So if the 8th house has got active, everything related to 8th house has got activated. So even if you see here, 8th house ka Rashi Lord is what?
Guru, Jupiter.
12 number is Jupiter. Jupiter किधर बैठा है?
12th house में,
Okay, so basically, if you
very clear.
So basically, 8th house is on. Jupiter is on. Jupiter is on because Jupiter is the Rashi Lord over there. If you remember the 4 things, when the bomb falls on it, the house get hit, the planets get hit, the Rashi Lord get hit, and the Cuspal Sublord gets hit.
Yes.
बराबर bomb का जो मैंने photo दिया था वो. बराबर. So basically, your Jupiter, which is the Rashi Lord, has got active. 8th house has got active. Jupiter का ये कौन है? नक्षत्र Lord result देने वाला कौन है? Saturn.
Shani.
Saturn anyways is on in the dasha, so there is no doubt about it. Person is in problem, so if the first house का Cuspal Sublord is on, that is Mars. So Mars and Saturn, ये दोनों सामने आ गए. That's the end of it. There is nothing more to even
Now you said moved Mars to 4th house.
Now you move the Mars to the 180 degrees.
180? No.
No, 180 है, 120. See, basically कैसे always उल्टा जाने का. What I was telling you earlier was, one
Hmm.
minute, I'll just zoom into this one. This will be easier for you to see. See, when let me make the process, entire process. Suppose this is a blank chart. Okay, one minute. Let me do this. Sorry, I have flagged and written. Okay, sorry. Just imagine that there is no analysis. This what green blue is that analysis. समझो वो नहीं है. सिर्फ मेरे पास मेटल प्लैनेट्स है और उनका डिग्री है. बराबर. And then this person comes and tells me that this client of mine met with an accident. Can you check? Accident बोला, पहली नजर इधर गई, 8th house. As it is going to the 8th house, my mind, other part of it is thinking what knees को लगा है ना, घुटने को लगा है. तो घुटने को लगा मुझे कि घुटना, Saturn is the karak of legs and feet. Saturn is also karak of bones. Saturn is also karak of falls. गिरने का भी Saturn है, घुटने का भी Saturn है, और पैर और फीट का भी Saturn है. तो other part of my mind started thinking कि Saturn है. बरोबर इधर देखा डुब करके Saturn इधर आ गया. बरोबर. Now what you do is, instead of searching for this thing, you go backwards. So 30, 60, 90. इधर कोई planet है क्या? नहीं है. ये गोचर भूल जाओ. तो 30, 60, 90 कुछ नहीं है. 120, 150 इधर planet है क्या? हाँ, इधर मार्स और केतु है. Okay. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. 180 में कोई planet है क्या? नहीं. So there is no 180 degree. So it's not something which is major. 150 है. Now 150, if you see, it's 7th Rashi. So 7th Rashi is this one in the South Indian chart. Mars का डिग्री कितना है? 1 डिग्री. केतु का डिग्री कितना है? 18 डिग्री. आपका Saturn का डिग्री कितना है? 2 degrees. Can Ketu with 18 degrees hit with 2 degrees? There is a 16 degree difference.
नहीं मारेगा.
I am talking for 150 degrees, 3 to 5 degree difference है. ये तो 16 degrees का है. तो Ketu is out of question. पुली मार दिया. इसको 1 degree आ गया. इसको 2 degree आ गया. मैं it is almost like a bullseye.
Yes.
समझ में आपको?
Yes.
So basically क्या किया? I normally how I put the annotations. You all also get used to it. So let me tell you this now. I first draw a line where I get the connection from. Okay. Then the person who's hitting the culprit, I put a dot over there. So it shows that यहाँ से source आ रहा है. So this is the source and this is hitting it. Then I don't do the tuck line. It is just a straight line. Then you go to understand. And then I will put the green where the fellow has to be moved. And then वो जो भी है उसको white में मैं लिख दूँ. So once you see this analysis, anytime when I give you, you'll understand the nomenclature. The purple lines are the hit lines. The purple dot is the culprit. The green lines are the remedy lines. The green circle is the healer. And the culprit and healer will most probably be the same 99% of the time. Simple.
Okay. Now, when you said that you moved the Mars to the 4th house, what did you tell that person to do? Which color to use? And where?
Mars is red. 4th house
Yes.
is तो छाती के ऊपर red mark.
Yes.
4th house is
Chest.
Chest.
3rd house is aeroplane. 4th house is chest.
Yes.
Manish, I have a question. See, in this chart, you are saying that you are doing it directly, right? So you are not using any gochar or something. So these natal planets are going to be same throughout. तो ये मतलब थोड़ी ना उसको पूरे समय ही एक्सीडेंट होता रहेगा, right?
That dasha has to happen. That dasha has
So
to.
that's what I'm saying. What you said कि सिर्फ आपके पास ये chart है and you will do. I was like, you forget dasha. I mean, you forget to mention dasha. Okay, we'll have to see that. Clear.
But this question comes up many times. Yeah, I've read many books. I've seen many videos also. This question happens every time, and the answer which is given every time is this combination is set in your chart at birth. It will remain from first breath to the last breath. This is going to remain. But does it mean to say that every time you go somewhere over there, you're going to meet with an accident? No. It will just happen once. But this yog is there. Yog is there. Understand this yog. ये
Yes.
योग है. ये आदमी के चार्ट में ये योग है. यानी जब Saturn और Mars का Saturn अभी ये Saturn का if you saw first I don't know I think first was Rahu or whatever it was Saturn
Okay.
सूक्ष्म दशा में मिस करो तो प्रत्यंत दशा में चढ़ गया उधर, प्रत्यंत दशा चढ़ गया
Yes.
तो सैटर्न इस पे चढ़ गया on the अंतर दशा. So it is mounted
Yes.
on top of this entire dasha only. You cannot escape that.
Yes.
And then Mars also actually, then you can even do the cross. What you're saying, उसके लिए मैंने पहले भी करके रखा. If you see Mars over here, and if you see Saturn in this thing, 30, 60, 90, can you see this? This
Yes.
Saturn in this thing, and Saturn, by the way, is around 2 or 3 degrees. Check just now also on any software, you'll get it. It is Saturn is at the moment 2 or 3 degrees in the 10th Rashi.
Okay.
Who had asked me, Rashmi? So basically, what you're saying, na, uska answer ye hai. You cross check in this. कि Mars or Saturn 90 degrees पे है. Now when this fellow goes at 180 degrees over here, यानी Mars यहाँ ही रहने वाला है ना. और ये Saturn इधर after what 3 years it will come. 3 नहीं, sorry, 2.5. ये 2.5 साल, 5 साल, 7.5 साल बाद इधर किधर तो भी आएगा वो. 7.5. That time again Mars will get 180 degrees to that fellow. That time that person can meet on accident.
Okay.
So
Got it.
it doesn't have to be accident only. There are 250 Karak Tattva significations in that house. You remember what I told you earlier also? Each house has 250 to 300 significations. All
Yes.
300 things में धड़ाधड़ ऐसा ऑर्केस्ट्रा जैसे शुरू होने वाला नहीं हो. एक ही कुछ तो भी होने वाला है उसमें से, एकदम उस 2 हो जाएगा. तो अभी उसका एक्सीडेंट हुआ. लास्ट टाइम में भी 8 हाउस अगर एक्टिवेट हो गया तो उसका सडन गेन्स हो सकते हैं. उसको कुछ पीपीएफ का कुछ पैसा मिल सकता है. There are plus points also in that. Sudden gains and losses are also part of 8th house. So you might get a sudden gain over there.
Yes.
So that is that. Somebody else was asking. Anyone else has a question? All clear on this? So
But Manish, you sound it so easy, but then when I start doing it, I get, totally lost.
give yourself some time. Take it from me. See,
Okay.
Rashmi, understand one thing very
Yeah.
Astrology, frankly speaking, is simple. It is made very
Yes.
complicated. अब ये complicated अब जंगल में से क्या चुन के लेने का है वो तुमको मालूम होना चाहिए. What people do,
Okay.
that's my observation. Mistake what people do is they want to do this also, that also, this also, this also, this also, this also. तो सभी जगह पे अर्धवट लेके knowledge आते हैं. And अर्धवट knowledge is dangerous. Zero knowledge is dangerous and अर्धवट knowledge is dangerous. You either have proper knowledge or you just don't do it only. Forget it. So basically,
Okay.
what we are doing in this Potli classes, we are simplifying everything and trying to now work on that. So I am going to feed you one like वो बच्चे को जैसे देते हैं ना, एक एक करके. Today I could have done much more. I don't want to do that. I want to stop there because there's some exercise I want to do. So just go step by step, and whatever you learn, the theorem bolo or whatever you want to do, experiment it on at least 5 to 10 charts minimum. Now I would tell, what I was going to tell everyone, make minimum I would say 10 charts, minimum 10 charts of known people, so that you understand and you can correlate. No, I'm just telling you. I'm telling everyone in general. So basically, you make a sort of a combination of 10 charts, and then start seeing what is happening. You can also do one thing. You can go back in time when something had happened and see whether that combination is working. You understand? So Rashmi, I just muted you because there was some background noise. You can unmute yourself. So Rashmi, yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
so what I'm trying to tell you is, don't get frightened. Step by step. Even I was at that stage sometime, no? But I have reached there. If I can reach, you can also reach. मेरे को कुछ ऐसा दैवी शक्ति है मेरे ऊपर कि मेरे को आ रहा है, तुमको नहीं आएगा, तो क्या आएगा? But you have to work. हाँ ऋषिकेश.
Okay.
हाँ ऋषिकेश.
Where do I get that degree chart? Is it there in the KP star one?
Degree chart.
Which you showed right now.
What do you mean degree chart? At right hand side bottom which I've given you.
Your right hand side, yeah, upper one.
The top.
The top one, yeah.
That is in KP star one on second page. If you niche at the bottom of it, there is next page. You do next page, you'll get all of that over there.
Where we saw that the Saturn is at 1 degree and Mars, sorry, Saturn and 2 and Mars at 1. So that one.
That is given in KP star one on the next page.
Okay.
It's a South Indian chart.
No, South Indian chart is on the first page. See, 1 minute. I just show you. See, ये जो chart है ना, this you will see on the first page in 50*1 when you open. बराबर? Everybody has seen this. So basically this chart, in fact, I would suggest you all start understanding this chart. Let me just teach you this. Can I just teach you this chart? Okay, all of you just understand. This is a South Indian chart. ये जो अपन देखते हैं, this is called as a North Indian chart. There is another called East Indian chart which has got chamfered here or here. Forget about it. Now this South Indian chart is a wonderful chart. It is actually a combination of your Rashi and Bhavchalik. I'll tell you how to read it. Like in the North Indian chart, the houses are fixed. That is, this is house number 1 for everybody. This is house number 2 for everybody. In the South Indian chart, the Rashis are fixed. So this, what you see over here, is the first Rashi. This is the second Rashi. This is the third Rashi. So the corners are all multiples of 3. So third Rashi, 6th Rashi, 9th Rashi, 12th Rashi. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Houses keep moving. अभी houses के लिए ढूंढना पड़ता है. Houses के लिए ascendant की तरह देखना पड़ेगा. अभी ये देखो ascendant है. So this is the first house. So in his first house, the 5th Rashi is there. So this is 6th, so 5th. So if you see your here, path. Can you see that? So now forget this. You don't bother about it. What you need to understand is forget the houses. You are not going to study houses from here. You are studying houses from the North India. What you have to take bearing from here, just understand. Rashi number, let us see, ये 5 number है. Rashi number 5 दिख रहा है. Like I told you, it is 3, 6, 9, 12. So when you say 5वीं Rashi, your nazar should immediately go here, 1 before the 6th one. इसमें कौन सा है? Moon बैठा है. ये देखो moon बैठा है. Ascendant में moon बैठा है. Okay. Now there is one little difficult thing which I don't know whether I should tell you just now or it will confuse you. But these lines which I just now made 0 to 30, na, they need not be 0 to 30. They will start at anything. Like if you see here, this ascendant starts only at 29 degrees 3 minutes. Second Rashi starts at 26 degrees. So it is not 0 to 30. It is 29 to 26. समझ रहे हो? That 30 degrees it is there. This might be little complicated, so don't get into that. What I'm trying to say is, you see the Rashi chart, you see the planet. If you want to know the planet ka degree, just see here. What I'm going to teach you is, if Rashi में moon है, ये 3, 6, 9, 12 है, तो 5 किधर आया? 6 के पहले इधर, तो नजर उधर गया फट करके. उसमें कौन सा बैठा है? राशि में मून बैठा है. मून कितने डिग्री पे है? 2 डिग्री. नॉर्मल इट इज डिग्री, मिनट्स एंड सेकंड्स. You can just stick to the degrees. इतना एकदम अपने को accurate करके bullseye नहीं करने. Have you understood? So this is very good. The top left पे you will get a South Indian chart. You can see. If you for some reason don't understand, नीचे जाके next page है. Next page पे जाओ तो everything will come in the table.
So in this case, what is the remedy for this?
I gave it. No, we put the Mars in the 4th house. No,
4th house, because 8th Rashi is there. That is the reason I asked once again.
नहीं 8th राशि का संबंध नहीं. We have
Okay, 4th house.
4th house. So 30, 60, 90, 120.
Correct.
So basically, we want to give a 120. See, Mars is giving a 150 degree hit to this person. We want to give it a positive hit. So it will have to be either 90 or it has to be 60. Understood? Now, at this point, I will tell you one more thing, which is an observation. Sometimes giving a 120 degree hit becomes very difficult because that spot where you put it might be difficult to put. So that time then you can give a 60 degree, but then you have to understand that it is a, उसको सिर्फ मलम लगा है, उसको ये नहीं किया है. 1, 2, 3 करके निकाल नहीं दिया उसको. It's a smaller hit. Preeti, when you were saying something?
Yes. So in that chart again, if you can bring it on the screen.
Yeah.
There is one more thing which you explained where I asked you the question of planet and cusps. That Jupiter is there, right? We were talking about Jupiter. And here also the Lord of the 8th house went to the 12th house, Jupiter, na?
So see, basically कैसे था कि basically here I said that first the eye went on, the nazar went on to the 8th house.
Yes, yes.
Like I told you, whenever there is a bomb fallen on the house, there are 4 things which are hit: the house lord, the planet seated inside, and the cuspal sublord. So first I saw the Rashi lord. राशि का जुपिटर, जुपिटर किधर बैठा है?
12th हाउस, वही बोल रही हूँ, इसलिए आपने जो बताया था ना, हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन, आइसोलेशन,
हाँ.
all that is 12th house, right?
So basically this fellow has got active now.
Yes,
म्हणजे 12,000 got active,
yes.
like that.
Hmm.
This is what you're asking, was it?
Yes, right.
So that sentence which I've written over there, no, is actually a one important thing. It is the other way of looking at things, that if a person is experiencing something, whatever it may be, that house has got active. And that house has got active means all the connections have got active.
But how do we arrive at, which is a culprit planet?
Shankar, say, that's what I started off with. Basically, what the thing is, you have to first very important thing is identify the correct house.
Okay.
That's the most important. If you don't, that I told you in the workshop also, that if you don't identify the correct house, you are looking up the wrong thing. Like I
Correct.
always keep this example of meals because that is the simplest thing to understand. That's why I keep saying meals. People will ask, why am I saying meals all the time? So basically, knees is 10th house. If a person has got a pain in the knee, you have to identify the 10th house.
Okay.
Then I said, if you remember, there is one chart which I put in that Potli workshop also, where I put those cartoons, where I've shown a bomb fallen on a house. You remember that?
Correct.
So all items which get affected directly or indirectly, you have to start identifying them.
Right, sir.
Now that was the Potli theorem which I told you was a complete academic calculation. Now this is spot on thing. You don't have that much time. You just have a phone and somebody says this has happened. You just make the chart, you open the chart, you just on the phone, you've got a Rashi chart over there, and hopefully you've got the numbers over there, the degrees over there, because some of them show the degree. So if that is there, then you can immediately, if you know the Karak. So basically, Shankar, to answer your question in short, which I've answered earlier also, one is identify the correct house, identify the correct planets, Karak Tattva, and go backwards and see who's giving a 90 degrees or 150 degrees or 180 degree hit to that one.
Backward.
Backward, no, because पीछे से लात मारेगा ना, आगे से पीछे लात नहीं मारते, पीछे वाला आगे को लात मारेगा, आगे वाला उसी वगैरह जैसा पीछे नहीं मारेगा. So when you go backward, that is you are going clockwise. If the hit is here, now in my camera you might see opposite, but what I'm
Can you show me in the chart if you don't mind?
See, basically affected house is this.
Right. Okay.
Planet is this.
Okay.
So who is hitting it? Technically, I'm going back 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. Has anybody hit from 90 degrees? No.
Okay.
120 degrees, 150 degrees. Has somebody hit from here? Yes, one of these two has hit it. Hit it. 180. 180 से कुछ hit नहीं है. 90 से कोई hit नहीं है. 150 से hit है.
Okay.
150 से कौन hit कर रहा है? ये दोनों मार रहे हैं. ये दोनों मार रहे हैं क्या? कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा? डिग्री से. Your victim is at 2 degrees. Each of these guys are culprit. Are both could also be culprit. Huh? Both could also be culprit. But are both of them culprit? So check. Mars is at 1 degree. Ketu is at 7th Rashi. 18 degree. There is no link only between this. No, 18 degree. I told you that range. No. It is like that.
Okay. Got your point, sir. Clear now.
It is a very spot on thing. This Western aspect thing is a very spot on thing. If you just identify the house, you understand the Karak Tattva, and you get the degree, the bad hit. Most cases in these 3 steps on your case is solved. Anyone else has a question?
So all the Karak Tattvas are in that big book which you show us sometimes.
That is there, but that's what I was trying to tell you. Good thing you reminded me. Basically, I'll share my data with you people. But what I suggest is, after I give it to you also, you have to keep updating it. Today also, every time something new comes up, I keep updating you. I do not have a full encyclopedia. So one thing what you can do immediately is, you need to have a 20 pages ka, 20 A4 size pages as a staple kar do. First one is the title, let us say. The next 12 pages, keep them for each Rashi, for each
House.
So house 1, house 2, house 3, 12. Then the next 9, you keep for the planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, all of them. And in that, make it into 3 columns. Let us say you're talking of Jupiter, whatever. So what are the main principal character was related to relations, body parts, and events? You know, so like for example, let us say Venus. Venus will come for wife. Venus might also come for veins, like that. You know, so you can make those charts and keep every time something new comes up, write it over there. Second thing, what you can do is, of course, this book is there, but it's costing 400 or 500 rupees. So whether you want to buy it or not, that's another thing. Or you can always ask me and I will look it up and give you the thing. Third thing is on the net also, if you see, now there are some sites which tell you. So you can type up Karak Tattva or significator of, let us say, sneezing. Whatever it's called, sneezing. Chinkna mantar, I don't know what in Hindi usko kya bolte hain. Chikna. So sneezing, suppose somebody is sneezing all the time. So sneezing ka Karak Tattva kya hai? So you can check over there, Karak Tattva or significator of sneezing in astrology. And then there are many sites, but you have to see which is authentic, you know, like AstroSage, some known companies, you know. Usme se dekho, they will give you that. And then you have to make this thing, because see, sneezing is related to liquids. It might be something related to moon. Because moon is liquid, water. So sneezing is throwing out of some water, so it could be that. You know, so many things. So that way you will get that thing. Worst comes to worst, call me. I have got the book with me. I can always help you. But otherwise, if you are getting very serious into it, then that book is, I would say, worth it. I have got it recently only, but it has helped me a lot.
I think buying the book is more sensible.
Yeah, that is sensible. Worth it. 400.
It's not a big amount also.
Yeah, it's expensive, because now if you see in the background, I don't think you can see it, but this entire collection over there of around, I don't know, must be 50 or 100 books. Those are all astrology books. Either on niche bhi hai, you can't see it actually. That entire collection must not be more than 4,000 rupees or 5,000. So books are in the range of, you know, anything from 90 rupees to 250, 300 rupees. But this one book is only popped up ekdam 500 rupees. But I am using it actually every day, because even though I know it, I cross-check it, because there might be a different dimension to it. You know, always it is better to cross-check, because something new might come up. Ganesh, Krishnan, Shankar, Shruti, all quiet. Vijay. Shankar?
So it's very clear.
No, Manish, perfectly fine. I think, as you rightly said, need to practice. I think by just looking at it will not help. I think the more we practice is what it's just like mathematics, right? The more you practice, the more you get it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It is not an exercise wherein you can just mug it up.
What I would suggest is, what you all can do is, you make your own chart, okay, on a piece of paper. Just, I always do the basic first line work in a sketch pen. Can you see this green color? So I make the basic chart in a sketch pen, because then erase karne se line bhi there. And then everything inside it I fill with pencil. So what I would suggest is make one big chart, you know, like this much size, okay? And in that fill up your own Rashi planets, Rashi chart planets. Vishnan, Vishnan, are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I am on mute. Yeah.
So basically you fill up all the planets over there, and also fill up the degrees over there. And then make a list of the bad hits, planet to planet and planet to cusp. And what I will tell you just now, I didn't want to tell about the cusp because that might be slightly complicated. But if you see in that chart, you will have the degree of the cusp also, ascendant cusp at 23 degrees. If it starts at 23 degrees, all of them will be in the range of plus minus 4 or 5 degrees here or there. So this is 23, next one might be 23.5, next might be 24, next might be 22, like that. So you can even calculate a planet hitting a cusp, whether it is hitting it or not, in the range of 8 degrees. So what I would suggest is all of you make a big chart of your own chart. Make in a sketch pen, put in your Rashi planets, uske niche write down the degrees. And wherever the cusp is there, at that angle, you write the thing. So if it is the difference between third and fourth cusp, that angular line which comes over there, write the cusp degree over there. And then Then take one planet at a time and go backwards and see which planet is giving it a 90-degree hit, of 150-degree hit, or a 180-degree hit. And same way इसके आगे देखो, ये planet किसको 90 दे रहा है, किसको 150 दे रहा है, किसको 180 दे रहा है. You understand what I'm saying? So if you make like that a synthesis, you will get an overall understanding of your life, what is happening and how it is happening. And this planet is getting affected by whom and it is affecting whom. This will be a best case study because you will only understand. And this, frankly speaking, now Krishna, this actually I wanted to take next term, but since we have initiated this, I will tell you. This will give a total essence of your entire life pattern, what to expect and what will happen. So if you feel that something bad is happening, you can just go backwards and see which planet is hitting that. And if that planet is in the dasha somewhere, or one of those houses ka Karakatvas are on, you immediately know where the problem is. And in that Rashi, in your house, go and move that object out, that problem will get solved. Okay, this actually I'm going to expand more next time. So I don't want to, because how the Rashi Lord is placed also, that also gives you the entire thing. Just to give you an example, let us say your Rashi Lord, I'm just giving an example, okay, is, let's say, Mercury. And Mercury is posited in the 5th house. So ascendant ka Rashi Lord is basically what you can expect in your life. Your life will be revolving mainly around the 5th house because the ascendant is seated in the 5th house. So 5th house is related to what? Creativity, okay, investments, counseling, good health. You understand? So just as an exercise, all of you do this. See where your Rashi Lord is seated, and that house ka significations dekho, or then you understand, is your life following that pattern or not? Are you understanding? So whichever house it is seated in, you will realize at that point that okay.
Is this a general thumb rule or
This is a theorem.
When you say that, let's say for example, exactly like what you said, with my Rashi Lord is sitting in, let us say in Mercury is sitting in the 7th house or whatever. So whatever is happening in the 7th house will be my general life pattern. Is that a thumb rule or is it a given?
No, it's not my rule. It's a done thing. It is like it's a theorem. In the sense, it is a what is the right word? It's a theorem only.
Okay.
Have I not answered the question? Maybe I didn't get a question right.
No, you're right. The question is, what I'm saying is what you explained right now. It sounds very much like the newspaper horoscope, right?
Yeah. General. Achha, you mean generalized, generic?
Yeah.
Yes. No, but see, if let us say your first lord is Mercury, and it is seated in the, let's say, 7th house, okay, and my first lord is also Mercury, and it is seated in the, actually this I want to do next time, but sir, I'll tell you, my Mercury is also seated in the 7th house. Let's not take 7th house. 7th house will become a little complicated. Let's take 5th house, because 5th house is house of good health. Okay, Krishna. Let us say your what is it called, ascendant lord is seated in the 5th house, and somebody else's also ascendant is seated in the 5th house. So basically what you're trying to say that both of you are affected by the 5th house and you will be dwindling in the 5th house ka elements only. Let us take one element of that only, good health. And then when you compare, you say, I am going the perfect health all along, no problem. And this guy from very birth, he's been hitting some problem or the other health-wise. Krishna.
Correct.
So where is the difference? The difference comes in the other two components which are there of a planet, which is Yuti. Yuti is with whom it is seated with. And Drishti is the aspect. Who is aspecting it? Your planet over there might be sitting with Jupiter. Jupiter may be the lord of the 11th house, which is the house of gains and desire fulfillment.
Got it.
So your ascendant is sitting in the house of good health along with the lord of the desire fulfillment. So you are in the pink of health all the time. But this guy might be sitting with Mars. Mars may be the lord of the 8th house. Do you understand? So
Yeah, got it.
that is
So
yuti.
the two logic of drishti and aspect.
So
Yeah.
where that person is placed, in whose company it is there, and who is hitting it or who is looking at it makes a difference. If you have a friend who's good, it will come down to you. If your friend is not so good, that affects you like that. It is like that. That is a topic I
Got
will take up later on more. I've already given out 25% of it.
Clear.
But basically, these theorem, because this is for Kotli class, this is the first time you'll come here. What we do is, once we give the theorem, I give something to ponder on. Then after 15 days or something, I'll tell the next thing. Otherwise, it becomes too much. With Rashmika confusion, this is what I say.
Right.
You have to break your head on this only. So basically, coming back to the thing, if you all have any questions, tell me, or I'll summarize it and we can wrap up. If you all have any questions, just ask me.
Sir, even exhausted planet will give result.
Which one?
Even that exhausted planet will have impact on.
Exhausted, you're saying, combust.
Exalted.
Exalted and debilitated. You're talking about. Are you talking about exalted and debilitated? That one.
Combusted planet.
Combusted planet. That is us.
Combust.
Your voice now goes off suddenly. I think there's some problem. You are talking of us. Combust.
Yeah.
Sun.
Yes, correct.
You are talking of Vedic. You're mixing up two streams. Don't mix that up. That us, exalted, debilitated, even to that extent, tenanted, untenanted, and independent, and all those things. Us.
Okay.
That comes in Vedic. Don't mix it with this.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Even exalted and debilitated, we do not consider over here.
Okay.
Even the friends and enemy, the Danav gun and the Rakshas gun and all, that is also not considered here.
Okay.
Then we'll be putting too much of data together and nothing will come out.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay, so basically what I would summarize this by saying is that this theorem which I've told you, start using it on your chart itself. I'm just summarizing everything. This thing. Make your own chart, Rashi chart. Put your planets over there. You can write it in sketch pen also because it is one time only. It's not going to change. Get the degrees. Write the degrees over there. Catch one planet at a time. Go backwards and see who's hitting it at 90 degrees, 150 degrees, 180 degrees. Go forward and see where this planet is hitting, who the planet is hitting at 90 degrees, 150 degrees, and 180 degrees. And come to a conclusion by each planet you take, find out the Karak Tattva of that. If you say Jupiter, it is Jeev Karak. Saturn is also the Karma Karak, your work, Karma, like that. So each planet is something. Moon is your mother. Sun is your father. Venus is your wife. Jupiter is the husband. Mercury is the young prince, small child. So like that, you can get all those things and then understand. So you can even understand that when I tell you next time what I was telling Krishna, you will understand why this problem is happening. Maybe the mother-in-law is hitting at the daughter-in-law and that is causing this problem, or vice versa. It is all interconnected. So don't get into that. But just now, just make this analysis of this planet is hit by whom and is hitting whom. Just make an analysis of that and try to understand and analyze if you can make out. ये कौन से घर में बैठा है, वो कौन से घर में बैठा है, ये कौन से घर का राशि लॉर्ड है, वो कौन से घर का राशि लॉर्ड है, तो क्या कनेक्शन है? Simple. At least do this exercise. Even if you don't come to any inference, it is okay. But at least do this exercise. You will understand how to calculate. Any other doubt?
No.
All okay? Should we wrap up then? I'll post the link today, the video link in half an hour. You can see it. Any doubts, let me know. Yeah. So we are meeting on Thursday now. Thursday, we'll take up one or two other cases. On Thursday, all of you come. I'll post some one or two cases over there. We'll analyze the cases over there. Again, Monday we'll analyze. Then maybe next Thursday I'll tell you another theorem. Huh?
Okay.
Sure. Bye. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye. Good night.
Bye, Manish.
night.
Bye. Good night.